Everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here, Chira David, Baruch Hashem, Yanav, welcome back. Baruch Hashem, it's been a while. And Baruch Hashem, we're here in this wonderful place, Efrat. Thank Hashem, every day. Look how beautiful the sky is today. Look at that. Look how beautiful, blue, tcheles. Isn't it beautiful? Eretz Yisrael is beautiful. And let us appreciate it so much.
It made me think of San Francisco, which is dark.
Yeah. Okay. Please, chas v'shalom. Okay. All right. Now listen. Okay. So we're learning Likutey Halachos. We're in Hilchos Birchas Hamazon, laws of benching, and we are in Halacha Dalid, which is 4, and today we're up to Chaf 20. Right. So we went on a little tangent for Chanukah, and we were learning all in Yanim of Chanukah, Parshas Miketz Yaniv. It was amazing, right? It just worked out. So now the Rebbe says today, V'nachzor linyan birchas hamazon. And now we went on a little excursion, and now we're coming back to our lessons. There we go. We veered off. We're coming back now. Okay, v'aklal she'ikah mitzvahs birchas hamazon hu legalos u'lahamshich kedushas Eretz Yisrael. The whole point of birchas hamazon and the whole theme of birchas hamazon is Eretz Yisrael. Al eretz chemda taiva rechava, right? The whole theme of benching is all about Eretz Yisrael. If you read it, right? If you read it, if you read it and look at the words, you'll see it's all the praises of Eretz Yisrael, and it's the kedusha. Okay. Right? And as the words are in benching, right? These are words from the Torah, of course. Okay. And the main way that we can reveal the kedusha of Eretz Yisrael is what? Through the Isparis. What was we said? The Isparis is the pride that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has in us living in Eretz Yisrael, fulfilling His mitzvahs. Right? When we are here doing His mitzvahs, we cause Hashem to want to look more at Eretz Yisrael. He wants to see Eretz Yisrael. As the Pasuk says, Tamid Einei Hashem Elekecha Ba Mereishas Hashana Ad Ach V'Shana. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is looking at paying good close attention to Eretz Yisrael. More so than he does, he pays attention to everything, of course, but he pays much more attention to Eretz Yisrael. Hashem has different malachim. He has these different agents from the nations of the world, and they take care of the nations all the nations. Each nation has their own sar, their own leader, whatever. How do you say sar in English? Their own angel, their own representative. But what? Minister. They have. Oh, there we go. Minister. They have their own minister. Okay, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the minister of Eretz Yisrael. Unbelievable. And when we are doing what we're supposed to do in Eretz Yisrael, we cause more kedusha. Right? We cause more kedusha because anytime Hashem looks at something with the pure eyes of Hashem, again, it's not physical, but when He looks at something, it infuses more kedusha in Eretz Yisrael. Okay, the example that we gave, it's just good to use it again, is we have kedusha in Eretz Yisrael, but the question is, are we tapping into it? It's here, but are we connecting to it? Right? The example we used was sometimes, you look at your phone and you don't have any connection, right? But there's Wi-Fi, right? Now, if you have Wi-Fi, well, then you can connect to the Wi-Fi and then everything works, right?
Yeah,
right? Everything will work.
But I can see the connection.
No, but you can't. You can see the result, but you can't see the connection, right? You can't see the kedusha, but you can see the result. Am I more motivated to do my Torah mitzvahs? You understand? The Kedusha is here. The question is, are we connecting to the Kedusha? Right? There are a lot of people that live in Eretz Yisrael and they have no comprehension at all of Kedusha. And they have nothing to do with Kedusha. But doesn't mean it's not there. The same way the guy can be sitting there with his, I'm using a silly example, I'm sorry to use it, but the guy's sitting there with his phone, he's like, it doesn't work, I can't download this, I can't. But, hey, connect to the Wi-Fi, it'll work, it'll work. No, I can't, I don't understand those things. No. I'm using a silly example, but that's what it is. Okay, and this isbaris happens when we're sitting at our tables and we're eating and we're thinking, wow, Hashem, you're the one that gave me this food. See these plate of cookies that Yani brought in today, right? So yes, thank you, Yani, for bringing them in. But really, the cookies are from Hashem. It was really Hashem's idea that these cookies are going to get here today. And any meal, anything we have.
It wasn't my idea?
Anything that we have. Your sandwich you're eating, right? Your pita you ate. This is all a present from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when we recognize that brings so much more asparagus. Hashem said, wow, you recognized I gave you that. Okay. As we learned about the kais is the same gematria as Elokim, right? Which is amazing. And kais is connected to Malchus. Okay, as we wrote Barichas, we learned about it in Beis and Gimel. V'zeh bechinas birchas ha'zimon shekishem shloisha oimrim nevarach she'achalnu misheloi. Isn't that very interesting? When three people get together and they say Baruch she'achalnu mishelo, not mishelanu, mishelo. What does that mean? We're eating from your food, Hashem. Mishelo, it's your food, Hashem. In other words, we're making the race. It's interesting. We just say it. It's just so we say the word so quickly. But wait a second, what did you just say? You just said, wait a second, all the food that I just ate was from you, Hashem. That's what we're trying to learn here. Isn't that interesting?
Thank you.
You ever realize that? Yeah.
I didn't.
What?
I didn't until today. Thank you.
Okay, and the Rosh Hashanah is like, Koydem birchas hamazon, v'zeh birchas hazimon, Dahainu shekoydem birchas hamazon, hey mezamnim atzman levorech, they prepare themselves to praise, v'oimrin levorech, and to praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu on the Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael. V'hinyan, ki ikka Kedushas isha Yisraeli, v'ikka avaydasai, hu rak harotzain v'akisuf from the Kedusha. The main point of any Jew is really our Ratzah. Again, we spent so much time discussing this. A person has a desire to do something. That's all. If we accomplish it or not, that's up to Hashem. I can have my Ratzah. I want to do it. I want to do something. I want to do this mitzvah. And I can, and that's very important. That's my bechira, is my ratzon. My bechira is my ratzon. What I actually accomplish, that's up to Hashem. If I accomplish it or not. And my kisufim, my longing, I want more kedusha. I want to connect to the kedusha. I want to connect to the kedusha of Eretz Yisrael. I want to feel it. Kimavai b'divrei Rabbeinu zechreinu levracha kama mekayimos k'may shamra hu zechreinu levracha shel la'avoid es Hashem ein mi sheyispar bazeh yuchal la'avoid yisbarach. Right? He said that. Anyone that wants him, ein Hashem. Shall avoid as Hashem ein mi sheyispar bazeh yuchal avoid as Hashem vafilu malach vafilu sarv eina yachal ispar bazeh sheyuchal avoid as Hashem. The fact that I'm serving Hashem, am I going to take pride in doing that? Hashem is giving me the opportunity to do it. I have to thank Hashem that I can do that. Not even a malach. Rak iku hu arotzon v'akisufin. My upon me is only the rotzon. I can thank Hashem that that He let me do something. He let me accomplish something. That's on Hashem. I wanted to do it. That's all I could pride myself with. I wanted to do it. Shetzarach lizgaber sheyia loy tomid v'tzoynes chazokim v'kisupim gedolim la'avodas Hashem Yisbarach. We have to always conjure up these feelings and longings and pinings that I want to be closer to Hashem. It's amazing, right? You ever realize that it's really all about the ratzon? It's really all about the desire.
There's a will, there's a way.
What?
If there's a will,
Yeah.
there's a way. You have to have that desire. You have to have
If you have the will, there may be a way. You're opening the pathway to have the way. If you don't have desire, it won't happen.
No.
And it goes back to the whole idea we learned about the imagination, koyach hadimyan, right? A person imagines, if I do this is going to be great. Right, so the person imagines that if he connects to Hashem and he's learning Torah and he'll be more motivated for his avodah, so then he'll want it. It's all about what the person imagines. It's all about our imagination. If I go here, it'll be great. If I had this, it'll be great. It's all imagination, right? It's imagining that it'll be. We don't know. The same way when it comes to Hashem, we don't know. We just can want to serve Hashem. As he gets from the main avodas Hashem that we have is our will to do what we need to do, our will to want to serve Hashem. That's our service, because what we actually accomplish, that I can't control. Nobody can control that. Nobody can control it. I can only want to serve Hashem. That's my main service of Hashem, is my ratzon. They're all connected to this idea of that I wanted to. Because if you don't want to learn, if you don't want to do Shnai and Mikra Echad Targum, right? It takes time, right? Do each pasuk twice and then do the targum on it. It takes time, right? If I don't want to do it and I don't want to spend the time on it, so then of course I won't accomplish it. I first have to realize that this is a chayv. Wow, this is not a minhag hasidus. This is not something. I have a chiyuv to finish the parsha Shnai Mikra Echad Targum with the tzibur. That's my chov. Right, Shulchan Aruch discusses, can you eat your meal on Shabbos morning if you didn't finish the parsha? People don't even realize that. So people don't know it, so then they don't even have a hasag of it, so they just go on. But then if the guy learns about it, and then he actually does it, so then is he going to pride himself that he did it? No. Hashem was the one, he wants to get closer to Hashem. So Hashem gave him the idea. Oh, he taught him the halacha, there's such a thing. Now he's doing it. So that's up to Hashem that he actually accomplished it. He can only pride himself that he wanted to do it. You understand that Hashem gave him the free time to be able to do it, right? He didn't get all these calls, emergencies, and different things that happened that he couldn't. So you have to thank Hashem for that. Do we understand this idea that Ratzon is really what it's all about?
Where do my values come into place? There's a lot of things I want to do, but you get this spread out by all those things.
Yeah.
So, but then you make a decision.
But all those things are connected to being close to Hashem.
Right.
And that's the main goal. I want to get close to Hashem, and then there are many different ways I can do that. Right? But I want to feel that connection to Hashem. I don't want to feel disconnected. I want to feel connected to Hashem. Through Ratzon, unless you're really going to long and pine and desire, I really want this. Right? And we were learning about this idea coming to Eretz Yisrael, right? The whole idea. The person has the Ratzon. He wants to get there. So Rabbi Nachman said that the greatest victory is coming to Eretz Yisrael. and living your life as an Orthodox Jew, serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu in Eretz Yisrael. Because then you're bringing more kedusha, then you're infusing more bracha into Eretz Yisrael, right? V'lo yarpes harotzon b'shum ofen, and don't weaken your rotzon. Because sometimes we see, I want this so bad, but it doesn't work out. So then the person should just want it more.
Right.
Not say, well, I want it, but it didn't work out, so okay, I guess I'm not cut out for this. No, Adarabah. You're being tested. Do you really want it? Yetzer Hara works like this. You see, you really wanted this, and you didn't get it. So you see, you're not supposed to have it. No, Rav Nosson is telling you, no, it's the other way around. Hashem is testing you. Do you really want it? Right? If the person is trying to make money, he's trying to do a business deal, right? You ever see a guy that's trying to make business, right? He's trying to do his business, and the deal falls apart. Does he give up? Most of the time, not. Right? He'll find another deal. He'll go try something else, right? The guy's not going to... Yeah, you got some guys that quit. I understand. But normal people, what do they normally do? A business deal doesn't work, so they try something else. Right? Is that right? That's what we do? Mm-hmm. Here, Rav Nosson is telling us the same thing. When it comes to serve Hashem, you felt this, and if it didn't work out, because again, you're just being tested. Right? We're just being tested. If it didn't work out, so try again. Strengthen the rotzon. Ra kol ma she'ameniya miskaberes beyoyse yira ligbar es atzmai becheshev v'kisufim v'gagum v'tzoynes chazakim beyoyse v'chein li'olam. So in other words, again, when a person's trying to do something and it doesn't work, so then wait a second, that means this is something good. Because if it's not working, but I know I'm on the right path, but if it didn't work, I know that this is a maniya. That means I just have to want it more, and then I can accomplish it. Do you follow that? I need to want it more. If I want it more, then I'll break through the maniya.
There's also something that, so in sales, when I was doing whatever, and you go in after this deal, it's a big deal. It doesn't come through, but the next day, something comes through you didn't even know about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you wanted it. But this is so much more when it comes to Avodas Hashem. So then again, you're going to be opposed. You're going to have opposition. But if you can overcome that opposition, right? If you can overcome that opposition, it'll be great. And that's how it always is. And when you're on one level, you get to the next level, and again, you have to break through those maniyas again to see if you really want them. And you have to do this until you can actually accomplish the mitzvah, or whatever you're trying to do. You're trying to learn Torah, you're trying to figure out a taisvis, you want to learn halacha, whatever you're trying to do. You have to just keep working on it, and you'll see if you break through it, it'll work. This really works, trust me.
We learned the other day,
Yeah.
I think it was here, that we should do a halacha at night.
Yes.
So for the past week, I've been wanting to do that, and I finally picked up the.
No, we learned. So we learned. There was learned on lesson 4 in Likutey Halachos. Rabbi Chaim was teaching that idea, right? So if a person is listening to music, right? If he's listening to music, that's not music bringing him closer to Hashem. So if he doesn't want to get damaged by that, if he learns Halach, if he learns Gemara at night, so that'll be protected from that. And then Reb Chaim said that if you learn halacha, because halacha is really the outcome of the Gemara, right? Where did Shulchan Aruch come? What's Shulchan Aruch all about? They took all the outcomes of the Gemara and the way the Gemara was understood on each halacha, and that's how they compiled Shulchan Aruch. So he said, if you learn Shulchan Aruch at night, it's like learning Gemara, because you're learning the tamsis, you're learning the main point of what the halacha is, right? Right? So again, if a person if you only have a limited amount of time to learn, you're much better off learning Shulchan Aruch. That's what Rabbi Nachman says to you, learn every day Shulchan Aruch. He doesn't say learn Gemara every day. That doesn't mean he doesn't want you to learn Gemara every day. If you have a limited time, learn halacha every day. Because if you learn halacha, you're actually it includes all the Gemara. That's how the halacha came about, right? You want to say something, Sasha?
No, just the Torah. I remember. I don't remember where exactly. He says that the reason why we need to learn Gemara is to solve out the sfakim that I have in my head.
Yes, we learned the idea about machloikis, right? So Gemara is all about machloikis, right? So whenever we see machloikis, it's taken to straighten out the agmumiyah shebelei, right? We have this crookedness in our heart. It's the same thing with the thunder. Why does Hashem make thunder? To straighten out the crookedness, the agmumiyah shebelei, right? We have this crookedness. When you see the power, when like a thunder, right? Whoa, wow! And sometimes you hear that loud bang sound, right? Whoa! You see the power of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that it wakes the person up. That's what Gemara says, right? So Rabbi Nachman is saying the same thing. When you see two Talmidei Chacham that are arguing, it helps me realize that I did something wrong to straighten out my heart, right? But if I learn Shulchan Aruch, Gemara is important. Of course, Gemara is important. But learning Shulchan Aruch will teach me actually what to do. Takes away the suffix. Right? In other words, guys, the Yetzer Hara loves when we have suffix. He loves suffix, right? Because then the guy winds up saying, well, listen, I don't know if I did this right or not. So why should I bother doing it? But if you know halacha, you know what to do, so then you won't come to that quandary of suffix. Right?
Yeah, I think it's just like all the personal sfakim and the bilbulim that I have, the shtalshalut of the machlakot of the Tanaim and the Gemara.
But it's also straightened me out.
Right. So by solving that, I'm solving my
right. So then, Rabbi Nachman said, when you learn halacha, it takes away the suffix. Right. He says we're all trying to be balei tshuva, right? If you want to be a bal tshuva, so then you have to know halacha, because if you don't know halacha, you're always making mistakes. So you can never get ahead. But if you know halacha, so then you can get ahead, because you can fix the things in the past. So you can go forward, you can fix it going forward. That's what we learn halacha every day. Okay. L'chein achar kach b'shar avodas udvarim shebekdusha sheyirtza achar kach oid laseis. And then if you want to do more things, you enjoy this. Wow, look at this. I didn't think I could do this. Wow, this really worked. I love this. This was great. I want more. So then you have to strengthen your ratzon again.
Yes, because
what?
Sitrach will come in. I've had this happen where I really enjoyed it, and then all of a sudden I stop again. Stop doing it. Then I have to, like you said, increase the ratzon.
And then
that's
you
what
start
coming
again.
here does for me. That's what coming here does for me. I hear it again. I increase my ratzon.
Baruch Hashem. Yizkaber gam kein b'ritzonos chazakim. You have to again revitalize that ratzon. Start it all over again. V'chol ma she'amaniyos va'ikuvim va'bilbulim izgabrim yoyse, and the more obstacles and all of those crooked and the turn, all of the things, v'bilbul, and all the confusion. Right, Misgabrim Yosef is Gabal Atzmei B'Ritzonos Chador Zakim Yosef. So you have to just again against all of the opposition in your mind. You just have to increase that ratzon more. Right, the same way if a person knows if I go to this place over here, this thing over here, this is where I can be very successful. There's a deal. I got to get to this place. Right, I got to get to this. If I get to this place, I can make this deal. Right, so he's not going to care who's in his way, right? Anyone that gets in his way, he's going, I got to get there. He's thinking about where he has to get to. He doesn't care about all of this stuff. You understand? There'll be so many people getting away. They would bother to call him up about this. And not now. I have something to do. You ever write something? You ever do that? Experience that? I have to get to this thing. I have to do this now. That's with that sense of urgency. right? They feel that sense of urgency. I need to get this thing done now. You take it from a possibility, and you can make it actual. And that's how it works always. This is the system on how it works. Every time you're going to want to do something new, you get another mania, another problem, and something else. So what do? Strengthen the ratzon. More will, more desire, stronger desire. Okay, that's in Lamed. That's in the lesson 66, letter 4. Okay, Shamaniya hurak b'shvil acheshek. Oh, this is a beauty. And Rav Nosson has this also. You'll find this in Likutey Halachos, right? Rav Nosson writes in Likutey Halachos in the chapter of Meniyas, right? The whole point you have a Meniyah is to be mechazek the cheshek. Right, you have a meniyah. Hashem sends you an obstacle to increase your desire, to increase your will. We look at it the other way around. Hashem sends me a meniyah. That means He doesn't want me to do it. No. Look at this. The shamaniyah hu rak b'shvil acheshek. The whole thing, the whole point that is sending you a meniyah, an obstacle, is to increase your desire. The same way I gave you the idea, if you want to do a certain deal, and you know that is right, I'm going to make it's going to work. No matter what is going to get in your way, you're going to just overcome those things because you want to get to that point. So too, when it comes to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the whole meniyah is only to be mechazek the cheshek. You want something, then Hashem gives you an obstacle, so you want it more. When's the greatest meniyah that you have? We don't know Shabbos. The whole idea of Shabbos is shalom, right? Shabbos shalom u'mavarach, right? Shabbos shalom u'mavarach, right? The whole idea of Shabbos is shalom, right? You ever notice why on Erev Shabbos there's always such topsy-turvy in the house? Right? There's none of the house. He just needs that. Where'd you leave my shoes? Where my shirt? Or where's this thing? Or where's that? Or there's not enough hot water? Or a million things go on. A million things go on. Oh, you forgot to buy this, and the stores, all that stuff, right? Why is that? Why? Because Shabbos is so great. So if you want to enjoy the Shabbos, the Shalom of Shabbos, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu is testing you. Do you really want the Shalom? Do you really want it? So here, I'm going to throw this at you. I'll throw this at you. But if you understand, hey, wait a second, my goal is that when it comes to Shabbos, I have to be totally at peace. Kol malachto yasui. I did all my work, it's all done. I did everything. And so you have to have it in mind. Everything's done. When Shabbos comes...
A few weeks ago, we talked about Challah, on the day that is 7, listings that equals 7.
Yeah.
Shalom also equals 7.
Shalom equals 7. Oh, you mitzvah kata. How do you like that, huh? You figured that out? What's your name? Baruch Hashem.
You just flipped a switch for me.
What's that?
Because coming to Israel,
yeah,
Hashem's going to test you. He's going to do all these tests. And do you really want to live in Israel? But that was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're saying, it's everyday things.
Every day.
Any block that you get is, I'm tired, or whatever it is. You just have
Yeah. Many times I'm trying to get to Minyan in the morning, and then someone calls me from New York. I mean, hey, I'm sorry, I got to go to Minyan now. They do that all the time. But this is really important. I don't get my Minyan is more important. We'll deal with that later. It's every day. It's all this. This happens all the time.
And there's a lot of stuff like the Davash V'Kedusha. Okay, I can understand. I mean, I gotta push harder. There's a lot of things in life that it's like, I don't know, like Davash V'Kedusha, like business, whatever. This deal, should I pursue that deal or not? I mean, it doesn't go. Maybe I should do something else.
No, but it's so that's what his Beit is all about. Ask Hashem. Hey Hashem, I have this deal and this deal. What should I pursue? Ask Hashem.
Or like decisions, like kid decides like where to go, like this place or the other place.
His Beit does. No, this is very important. That's what you have this Beit is for. The Rebbe says every day you have to talk to the Rebbeinu Shalom, right? These are the questions to ask him. We daven every morning, Lo Yayidei Nisayin, right? Right? But Lo Yayidei Nisayin. Don't give me a Nisayin, Hashem. I don't need no test. Don't test me. Lo Yayidei Nisayin. Don't give me the tests. Right? Ve'im yizgaber sheyiyah lo cheshek gadol kefi hameniah bevadai yishaber hameniah. How do you like that? You could break the obstacle with your ratzon. Will is more powerful than anything else. Right? If the person really has the ratzon, he can overcome it. Isn't that beautiful words? Ve'im yizgaber sheyiyah lo cheshek gadol. If you have miskaber, you have a great cheshek, kifi hameniah, according to that obstacle. Again, each obstacle is different. You got to put if it's a big obstacle, you have to put a lot of energy into it, against it. And if you do, bevada yishaber hameniah, you could break that meniah, you could bust it up, you can get right past it. It's a roadblock, but I could just go right through that roadblock. It's no problem. It's not going to stop me. Nimsa sheikar eschaskas leizgaber ala moinim me'akadusha hu rak rotzon l'cheshek. So there you go. Now you got it. So now the answer is, anytime you have anything with holiness and you're trying to get past it, you have to have more rotzon. V'zeh ikar esparish Hashem yisbarach mispayer im kol echad mi Yisrael. Look at this. Hashem has special pride in every single Jew, because every single Jew has their own tests. Every single Jew has their own menias. Every single Jew. And each Jew is working, doing his own thing. He's bringing HaKadosh Baruch Hu so much more pride from him. That I can't do what you can do. You can't do what I can do. None of us. Every one of us has our own tafkid in life. And we have to take care of our own tafkid, whatever we have to do. So that's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu enjoys every single person. So don't think that you're not important. You're very important. Every person's very, very important. Like we were learning about the Choshen. Remember, we learned about the 12 different stones. There's the 12 different Shvatim. Why? Because every single one had their own color, their own way, their own special, unique service of Hashem. And Hashem loves that. He doesn't want everyone to be exactly the same. HaKadosh Baruch Hu likes the variety. He likes variety. Remember, right? You know that, right? Remember, I told you that one time that Maisa with the parable with the king. Remember, I told you once a parable with the king, and he had his garden. He had a beautiful garden. Maybe I'll tell you one more time. Good to be chazak. Okay, this king had a beautiful, beautiful garden, and he loved to look at his garden. The king loved to look at his garden, and he saw the gardener, and he told the gardener, the flowers are all beautiful, but the roses, they're amazing. Hey, stop. The roses are very beautiful. I love the roses. I love the roses. And then the king was going on a way. He was going to be traveling for a few weeks. So the gardener told all of his people that he worked with, he said, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to remove all the other flowers from the garden, and we're going to fill the garden with just roses. Mm-hmm. Wow, and they worked very hard to get all the roses, and then they planted all the roses, and everything was blooming. It was great. It was beautiful. So the king gets back, and he goes out to look at his garden. And he goes, "Oy, what happened here? What happened?" Mm-hmm. So he came to the gardener, and the gardener says, "You don't like the garden?" He says, "No." "Why? You told me you liked the roses so much. Do you know how much trouble I went through to get all of these roses to fill this beautiful garden with only roses?" He says, "Yeah, but you don't understand. I said there were all the flowers there, and the variety of the flowers, the colors, all made the roses look so beautiful. But now if you only have roses, I don't see the variety. It's only roses." So that's HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not any one sect of Judaism that HaKadosh Baruch Hu likes more than another one. It's all of us together. That's what Rav Nassan's saying. He likes all of us together. and the way we all serve Hashem in our own unique way. And that's what makes us so beautiful. Because each one of us is breaking the manias each day that come our way. I know it's hard, right?
I mean, if every
Okay, go.
every sect would
Sheikah
realize
is what?
every sector would realize that, and and like really follow it.
Sasha, we're trying.
It's so impossible.
They do, but then they say, oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's-
we are the roses. We are the roses.
We're the roses, right. But you may be the rose, but if Hashem doesn't have all the other flowers, it's no good.
Yeah, we have to just work on our own garden, and that's how it happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sheikir is okay, let's get sheikir is paris of Ameamanias Vakshonus Shelaim, because we're in action. We're stubborn. We're stubborn. I want to get this thing done. I have to be stubborn in my service to Hashem. I have to be in action. That's how we can get Kabbalah Satorah. The Torah was given to us because we are very, very azen. We are very, very brazen and stubborn people. She klal isparis. That's the isparis that Hashem has from Ikra Azis Vakshonas. Who ba'rotzen? The main thing is through our rotzen. And where is our brazenness and where is our stubbornness? That I want to get this done. I want it. I don't want to let up on my will. I want to get this done. If you want to serve Hashem, you have to learn this. You have to learn this idea of being in action. You have to understand what it means to be stubborn. Again, not stubborn with silly things. Not to be stubborn with silly things. Okay, but be stubborn with the fact that I want to get this, I want to serve Hashem. Leval yazoi v'loi yarpe es harotze mishum meniya ba'olam. Don't abandon and don't weaken your rotze. Keep it strong, strengthen. Like he said, every time there's a strong meniya, strengthen the rotze. Don't weaken the rotze, strengthen it. Then you can break through the maniyah. That's an akshonis de kedusha. That's the main thing. Akshonis de kedusha, to be stubborn when it comes to my holiness, my connection to Hashem. I want this. I'm not going to let up until I get it. I want it. Is parusa yizbarach mashu yizbarach mispoy b'avodas Yisrael ki be'emes iker hisparis hu rak me Hashem yizbarach mispoy im harotzon v'acheshek v'akisuf in the kedusha. Because Hashem, He loves when we want to serve Him. Again, we said you can't pride yourself because you actually got something done that Hashem gave to you. But Hashem loves that we had the rotzon to do it. That He allowed, then He gives us the opportunity to do it. Shel kol echad mi Yisrael, ma shekol echad mi Yisrael liboy boyer tamid b'rotzah. That the hearts are burning with the desire to serve Hashem. Chazak liskois lavodas Hashem be'emes. I want to serve Hashem be'emes. Ze iker is parusa yizbarach shemai. Okay, that's the main pride that Hashem has in us, that when we have that burning desire to serve Him. Because the actual avodah that you do, it's not so special to Hashem. He has angels doing a lot of service. That's not so special. It's not the avodah that, see, we mix it up. We don't realize that the rotzen is so much more important than the avodah. That doesn't mean you don't do the avodah. That doesn't mean you don't daven. That doesn't mean you don't learn. But I want it. And then if you accomplish it, the credit you get is not for what you accomplished, but what you wanted, that you wanted to accomplish it. Isn't that amazing? See, people don't realize that. People pride themselves. Oh, you see, I did this. I prayed good. Oh, I learned good. Oh, I did this mitzvah good. But how much did you want that mitzvah?
So I just also realized, like in coming to Israel, because I wanted to come here, then Hashem, I wasn't thinking that I'd ask for money or anything, but He gave me more money that I totally didn't expect.
Okay.
So he'll help us when our Ratzon is strong. He'll give us things to help us keep our Ratzon strong.
If you have the strong Ratzon. If you have the strong Ratzon. That's right. Ki akol me'ita yizbarach k'moshe kosov. Everything is coming from Hashem. Like it says in Iyov, hik dimani va'ashale. Right? If you started with to do a mitzvah, but the fact that you before you did it, and not in mevakesh schar, right? Look what he says now. V'ef shalonu lasei shum davar shebkedusha v'lo hinotzel mishum ha'aveira ki im al yedei yeshuasa yizbarach. Because I can't do any mitzvah or be saved from any aveira if not for Hashem helping me. If Hashem's not helping me, I can't accomplish anything. Kamay Shamar is saying in the Racha b'chol yoim yitzrei shel adam is gaber v'imolei HaKadosh Baruch Hu oizrei haya noifel b'yada. Every day the Yetzer Hara is there with us, from the time we're born till the time we die. However long that is. The Yetzer Hara is in every day. He starts all over again. Every day he's strong again. Huh?
He's not lazy.
No, he's not lazy. No, he does his job. He's the best employee, and we can only get employees like that, right?
He could be a role model for us for our Ratzon.
No, he's like an AI employee, right? The guy, there's a robot, keeps running, keeps going, right? He doesn't have any emotion, nothing. No, but I believe, Sasha, that's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us these other things in the world today. These ideas of a robot, these ideas that it doesn't have any, it just keeps going. To show us that's how the Yetzer, he just keeps doing that. He just keeps going. He doesn't care. He doesn't need a break. Baal Kain Iker Isparus who rock Ba'arotzon. So then again, the only Isparus the only beauty that comes from is my Rotzon. Because again, if I accomplish the mitzvah or I'm saved from the Aveira, I can't pat myself on the back. That's Hashem helping me. But I wanted to be saved from the Aveira. I wanted to perform the mitzvah. That I get credit for. To desire and long for Hashem strongly, He's zeichet avodas Hashem. He's merits to come to Hashem, to serve Hashem, but based on the Ratzah. It's based on the Ratzah. Ki v'kimay Hashem Yisbarach mispar imay ki im isparas hu ha'azes v'akshones shel Yisrael mash ish Yisraeli hu akshin gadol b'avodas Hashem shezeh ikar isparusay. That is the main pride that Hashem has. Yisbarach ikar akshones hu beratzah. When we have to be the stubborn about is our will. The stubborn about my desire, that I want to serve Hashem. That's where I have to be stubborn. That's akshonis the kedusha, like we said. Sheze ikir is gabras ala moinim liskos lepo mashahu writes about avodas Hashem. Okay, and that's my success of how I can get saved from when it comes to serving with Hashem. I think we'll stop over here now. Okay, we'll pick this up again tomorrow. You have to go, Sasha? No, that's okay. We're up to ki afilu im yia akshin gadol b'yoseh b'avodas. Even if the person will be very strong and steadfast in serving Hashem. Take care, Sasha. Just have a good ratzon. Okay.
So this is coming up next, just to share with you because of our discussion this morning.
Yeah.
When inevitably obstacles that a human being cannot overcome, for instance, when a person needs to travel to an authentic Sadiq.
We're getting there tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a halacha and kitzur shulchan aruch. Okay, let's do a halacha and kitzur shulchan aruch. Here we go. We're going to do Beis today. So we started learning the laws of Lashon Hara, which is Siman Lamed 30, and today we're in Sifkatan Beis and 2. Here we go. Yesh oven gadol mizeh ad me'oid. The sin is very, very great, It's very great when a person, chas v'shalom, is involved in saying Lashon Hara, or even listening to Lashon Hara, right? Who bechlal lav zeh, who Lashon Hara. In this lav is included Lashon Hara, who hamesaper bigenus chaveiroi. He's talking about something derogatory about his friend. Is that a good way to say it? Derogatory? Okay. Ach, al pi she'oy me'emes. Even though he's saying the truth. Avaloi mesheker, but if he's lying, he's saying something about his friend that's not true. Nikra maitzi shemra al chaveiroi. That's called, he's putting a bad name on his friend. Well, how would you say maitzi shemra? Good. He's framing him. No, not framing him. Maitzi shemra. Defaming him. Defaming him. He's defaming his friend. Aval ba lashon hara zeh sheyoyshe v'amar kach v'kach asa ploini. The lashon hara says, "Oh, this is what this guy did. Oh, he did this and this." Kach v'kach hayu avoisav. Right? This is what the parents did. Kach v'kach shamati olav. This is what I heard about him. V'ayma devarim shel genai. He says things that are derogatory. Al zeh amar akosev yachreis Hashem kol sifasai chalokos loshem medaberes kedoros. Hashem cuts off, karei. He cuts off the lips, right, of those that speak these type of things. Chas v'sholom. Okay. Hamakabel lashon hara. Hu garua yosem min ha'imrei. This is a chiddush nifla. So if somebody is talking lashon hara, and the other guy's listening, the guy listening is worse than the guy that's speaking. Is that amazing?
It says Shomei, it says Makabel. You can hear it, but you're not Makabel it. It's different than if you...
Yeah, but you're listening to Lashon Hara. Okay, but Chavetz Chaim said, if you look in Shmiras HaLashon, he said, even if you listen to it, whether you Makabel it or not. Why? Because you could shut the other guy up. If the guy's not going to talk to himself, right?
Let's say
The guy's not going to talk to himself. That's why the Chavetz Chaim says it's worse, the guy that's listening, because he's allowing him to keep talking. If he would say, I'm not listening to you, shut up, I don't want to hear this. So then he would stop talking. But then he allowed him to do it. He didn't protest. Okay.
But if you tell someone, look, I'll be blatant. You're doing Lashon Hara, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, they could react in a way that could be really crazy if you do that.
Doesn't
sometimes.
matter. That's why we have these two things here on the ears. You can put them in, roll them up, and now you have earplugs.
Yeah.
Hashem gave us built-in earplugs, the earlobe.
So in other words, we should just go like this.
Yeah.
It'll
I'm
send
not
a
listening.
message.
I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. What? Not true? Okay. Hu garua yosem min ha'imrei v'loi nechtam gizar din al aveiseinu b'midbar ela lashon hara milvad. The whole gizar din in the midbar, the 40 years, and all of that was all about lashon hara.
It was? How so?
Yeah. Well, what they said about Moshe Rabbeinu, they were talking about this.
Yeah, the spies.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. But it started with the Meragah. We learned yesterday, but the Meragah, the Egel really caused the Meragah. Right? Right, of course that was Lashon Hara. Okay, let's do Gimel. Ad heichen Lashon Hara. How far does Lashon Hara go? Shol echad lechaveiroi ona emsa eish. V'amalai, what?
No.
V'amalai heichen nimsei. I asked his friend, where's the fire? And he said, where's the fire? Beisi ploini sheyesh lei harbe basa v'dogim u'mavashlim sham tamid. So he says, oh, there's the house that the guy's always cooking a lot of meat and a lot of stuff, right? So he's trying to say, this guy's got a lot of money. He always has a lot of food. He's always eating a lot, right? Again, don't talk about people. That's what we're going to learn about here. There's no reason for us to talk about people. You don't need to say, you talk about, if you need to talk about something, but otherwise, just to talk, save your words, talk to Hashem. You're much better off. Use your words, talking to the Rabbeinu Shalom, not talking about other people. Okay? I think we'll leave it over here for now. And tomorrow we'll do Dalet Emir Hashem. All right? What?
When we get to this, you're not to talk good things about somebody.
That's right. Yeah.